Good morning, YouTube! What is up, guys? Today we are doing the daily puzzle for December 6th. Let's do it. Alright, so it is white to move, and here we can see that we have this nice double rook battery. Also notice we have a nice discovered attack against that queen. So we would have to get this rook out of the way. What is the best option? What is the best square for that rook to move to? So let's think about it. If the rook comes here, I'm pretty sure the queen can take the queen, pawn takes, it's just a trade, a couple of trades, nothing much happens, no initiative is built. Rook takes c6, same thing, queen takes, right? Nothing really happens. But notice here that this king is smothered, right? And what that means is the king cannot move. It is in the corner of the board, or it doesn't have to be in the corner of the board, but it simply cannot move because all of the squares it can go to are covered by its own pieces, black's own pieces. So the rook and the two pawns are covering the squares for the king, meaning that the king is trapped. So one check would finish it at all, right? So what is that check? Usually in this scenario, we can't attack it diagonally or horizontally or vertically, So what can we do? We use this nice piece called a knight, right? And we move it to f7 usually, and that is a checkmate. However, we can't directly go to f7 right now. Instead, we have the option of going to g6. However, black's pawn is going to recapture the knight, right? If we play knight to g6. So what do we do about that? How do we make sure that black's pawn cannot capture this knight while combining it with this discovered? What we can do is we can put this rook all the way to h6. This would pin the pawn to the king. Now this seems really weird. We're like sacking a rook, right? Well, if black takes the rook, we simply take the queen, right? So technically, what we're doing is we're threatening to play checkmate with knight to g6. However, we are also attacking the queen. So what about if queen comes to f7? Stopping knight to g6. Well, the computer is recommending queen e7. This is quite a funny move. We can have a bit of fun, sacking our queen and whatnot. But right now, our main priority is to get rid of this queen and its protection over the square g6. And so if we have to sack the queen, so be it. So right now, we're attacking the queen, right, with our queen. Whoops. We're attacking the queen with our queen, and it has to cover this square. The only way to cover it is if it's on one of these squares or if it's on this diagonal. And all the squares that I just mentioned are all being attacked. So basically the computer says mate in 6, this is definitely a checkmate. But if you'd like to see it for yourself, once we play here, if the queen takes here, this is a smothered checkmate. Notice the pawn can't take because the rook pins the pawn to the king, and we have to distract that queen at all costs from the square g6. So as long as we can safely go to knight g6, we are good. Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed that daily puzzle for today. Please be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.